guys, welcome back. This is another video about another deadmau5 head project I'm just going to be talking about. This project is a little different. This deadmau5 head is a little different because this is my personal deadmau5 head that I repainted. It was originally white and I had a bunch of gamer mouse decals on it, and I thought it wasn't looking too good, so I decided to do the whole repaint of the Puma head that Joel wears for a promotional thing with Puma. So, you know, here it is. It's 99% done. I'm still thinking about putting LEDs in the eyes, but I'm not sure yet. But yeah, here's the head. The mouth is a deep blue, and it's coming out a lot darker than it is because of the contrast. Take a look on the back. It's very nice and glossy. I like that. And all these dots, it's kind of satisfying to me a little bit. So let's talk about how I repainted this. This model of the deadmau5 head or whatever is a version 3 that I made, and these aren't available anymore. My current one is a version 4, and it's more accurate to the real deadmau5 heads. On a version 4, the ears are slightly closer together, and the chin is slightly, you know, thinner too. So this one's not quite accurate, but it's close enough. Nobody's really gonna tell, except for me. So getting this thing ready for paint, I had to prime it and sand it smooth again, because you could, after the primer, you could still see all the decals of the gamer mouse head. So I just sanded all those down to make it nice and smooth, and then I painted it with this lime green color, you know, lacquer paint. It's not quite accurate, I think. There's a few pictures of it online, and sometimes it comes out lime green, sometimes it comes out more of a yellowish green. I think the yellowish green is probably more accurate, but this was like a quick, you know, cheap repaint job, so I was like, lime green is close enough. Excuse me. But I replaced the eyes, because the old eyes had, you know, they were painted over, and I replaced the mouth. I would have just painted over the mouth, but I didn't want to ruin that, you know, the grill, the teeth, so I just used that for a different order. And I formed my own mouth and installed it. It has a magnet in it, so it holds it more closed. See the helmet and the baseball helmet inside of it, because it doesn't sit quite flush around the lip. So the magnet kind of helps a little bit. Usually my mouths are a lot more snug, but again, not that noticeable. So how I did all the dots was I used my vinyl cutter, which is right behind the camera, and I just cut out like 15 sheets of just dots all over it, and then I cut them into strips, and then I would lay them down. And I did the main head first because I knew that was going to be the hardest, and if I could figure this out, then I can do the rest pretty easily. One thing I was really worried about was keeping it consistent, because I was starting from the front going around to the back, and I was afraid once I got to the back and finished it off, it wasn't going to meet that perfect and it was going to be really noticeable. But once I got there, it was close enough. It's probably going to be hard to tell, because right here, these dots are kind of closer to each other than these are. That's where like it ended, you know. But honestly, it's really not that noticeable at all. and I try to keep a consistent like circle on the top. I mean, it's not a perfect circle, but it's good enough. And then when I, did the ears, I use a caliper to keep it all like evenly spaced and everything. And the ears was the easiest, but the most tedious. And then I painted them on the sides, And this Puma logo was also on a vinyl cutter. The paint job is straightforward. It really is. Nothing very, very fancy about it. It's just keeping all the dots, consistent and uniform with the whole thing. Because, you can tell that the dots are going at an angle. That's what I wanted to go for, because that was what was on the real thing. And then, this, subtle curve around the chin. I wanted that. I wanted this to I guess, be like it's hydro dipped or something. But I just wanted this, kind of cool circular pattern around it. And it came out very nice, I think. It's definitely one of my favorite deadmau5 heads I've made. And what's cool is this is mine. This is not going anywhere. This is, I get to keep this. I am thinking about maybe offering these up for commission. If there's enough interest, then I probably will, but we'll see. Because the paint job isn't, super difficult to do. But yeah, this head is actually one of the first, it's one of the first, ones out, professional deadmau5 heads I was working on. Kind of one of the first ones, and this one came out, the main head is ridiculously heavy. This whole thing is, I don't know, probably maybe close to 10 pounds. The ears were dud castings because there's a lot of warping in them. They weren't completely flat. So I just saved those and filled the whole thing with Bondo to flatten it all out. And so these ears are extra heavy too. So this head is not crazy comfortable to wear. I've worn this to a few cons, and it's been beaten around a lot, and it's been beaten up a lot, to be honest, going to those conventions, but there's not a crack or a dent or anything like that. And I was really surprised. The first convention I took this to, I was really nervous that I was gonna have to fix something when I came back, but it came out, like the same. Nothing happened to it, so I'm really happy about that. So it was a good test to see how, my deadmau5 heads, these, if they're durable, compared to the real ones. The real ones are probably made, I would guess, out of carbon fiber, because that's what the real one is. I think the carbon fiber one. I mean, if I were Joel and they made him the carbon fiber head, I would be like, okay, everyone's got to be carbon fiber because they're probably super lightweight and really ridiculously, durable. But yeah, these seem to be holding up. One thing that happened with this head though, when I got all these, ready for clear coat, before all this, I was getting a blue Sharpie pen to fill in some of these dots, because I knew not all of them would come out perfect. And so when I went to go clear coat it, I'm using a 2K clear coat with a lacquer thinner. And if anyone knows what they're, how painting works, everything that had, Sharpie on it's all started to smear. and just fall down. And I was so upset because it looked so good, and now I had to fix it, and I was set back a few days. So I did some touch-ups on it, so it's a little splodgy. It's not quite that noticeable, but I really wish it wasn't there. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, right here. Those are all the spots that I touched up. So it's not perfect, but I'm not gonna worry about it because from here, just here, it's not noticeable at all unless you're like really looking for it this close. So I think it came out really nice. I'm gonna make a nice stand to go up on my wall, maybe in here, probably in here, so everyone can see it, and it looks awesome. And yeah, so that's basically it. Just basically the same deadmau5 design, but showing off, you know, the paint job, because I know this isn't a deadmau5 set that's been done before, and so I wanted to do it, and hopefully Puma won't come at me with, you know, a cease and desist. Puma, this is mine. I'm not selling it. This is mine, okay? Don't sue me. But anyway, my next video is probably going to be another deadmau5 head. I don't know which one though. The next one will probably be a carbon fiber head that I'll be talking about, because I have a few of those coming up. And then later on, I will probably make a video about a full chrome deadmau5 head. So I don't know if anyone's interested in looking out for those. Just keep a lookout for those. And thanks for watching. So, oh, actually, before I end this video, I want to do a quick, sorry for the awkward noise, a quick, you know, of me wearing it to see how it looks. And there it goes. I think it came out really nice. It's pretty freaking heavy, not that comfortable to wear, but I'm sure a lot of people will be wanting to get your picture if anyone's wearing this. But anyways, thanks for watching me ramble about this, and thanks for watching.